Hello everyone, I'm Craig Winslow. I'm an experiential designer and one of Adobe's creative residents this year. From now until Saturday, I'm taking over Adobe's Snapchat and I'm sharing my entire process, starting with a trip to Astoria. Wait, I should back up. The project involves ghost signage and projection mapping. I'm going to be bringing to life all of these old signs using light, so I need to do a lot of research to find out what they look like. So, I'm based out of Portland, Oregon, and it's known as the Rose City because there are roses for weeds literally everywhere. Look at them. Look at those. Look at those. Over the next few days, I'm going to be doing research for the Astoria, Oregon sign happening on Saturday, doing a hand painting sign workshop. And this whole thing ends on Saturday when I'm going to projection map the final sign in Astoria, Oregon. So follow along. It's going to be fun. So I just got to Astoria, Oregon, and the archivist is on lunch, so I'm going to eat at this place because it has an awesome neon sign.
Okay, if you want 404. Okay, here's commercial. It would be 904 commercial.
So 1931 directory, just found Astoria Sign Company, and copy of 1915, before the fire, cleaning, pressing, repairing, cleaning. It could be Carly. I think it's Carly. Carl. Maybe A. So 1915 before the 1922 fire, but it fits so well. Caroline. Problem is, this building was built in 1924, so that's not possible. The yellow is all made of wood. When they rebuilt in 1923, they chose concrete, and this is the wall I'm looking at. And this looks like a gas station, which makes good sense that you want an advertisement right here. So it turns out this guy, Spexarth building, was built in 1910 and survived the fire. So this is 1908. This is all wood. 2 years later, 1910, is where the Spexarth building. My ghost sign will be here. And this is an addendum new sheet. A year after the fire. Not much left, but he's in there. The problem is, my ghost sign building hasn't been built yet. That's in 1924. So, that's tough. Hey everybody, I'm gonna head over to the library, but I just wanted to show a little snippet of this museum. Behold, graphic design. Oh, Story likes clowns, apparently. There's a... Holy... Big bridge. Look at this. A recreated bar. Alright. Black 42. Drama. Just kidding, there's no 42, but I definitely still lost. Okay, bye clowns. Go, 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 go. Known. I should have known! Plan. Gonna head to check out the sign, check out the library, and see what else I can learn. And first, get this coffee. So this is the building that I've been staring at for a long time in the archives. 404 Commercial Street, which is now 904. Nothing super special, I guess. It's, you know, it was renumbered in 1955, but the back of it, hey! Here it is. The Astoria sign I've been sweating over. Gets up close. Sure, this is totally cool at night, you know. It's a cool area. It's okay. Projector over here, shine up. We'll just be, you know, practicing the whole leave no trace and don't disturb the soil motto to this whole thing. I feel like it's like when you're in a gallery and you need to stare at the painting to see the multiple layers of it. I go to the library before it closes, but I definitely need to sit here and just like sketch notes because I can see so much more on this damn thing close up in person. Spexarth building, which is a block west. This is where that Carl Lane guy had an office. This was built out of concrete and they survived the fire that destroyed like all of Astoria. They decided to build it with reinforced concrete, and it happened to be next to the post office, so it was saved, obviously. Next one, looking for April 6th, page 6. Actually, that's it. Carl Lane and Sons Tailors. Look at this. Carl Lane. Totally fits in here. Somewhere in here. And the word and is in here somewhere. Oh, maybe that's an ampersand. Looks like garbage. But I swear. That seems pretty good. Seems pretty right. Definitely have to clean this all up later, but it is so cool to see this come to life on these unseeable areas. Best part about this machine. Alright, I'm done with the library and they warned me to watch out for sailors, which I guess is a thing right now. Ghosts. More sailors. Some more history. This green line was where the original Fort Astoria was built. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Well, here's a cool sign. Astoria. I think now's a good time to say goodbye for today. Yeah? Everybody, thanks for following along. I don't usually do this Snapchat story stuff, so this was super fun to dive into history, and I look forward to bringing this all together for Saturday. Next steps, I need to vectorize what I found out and kind of do some more Googling since I found some new names, and animate and do a lot of stuff. So, more tomorrow. So there's the entrance, an airstream, and I'm over here in this space. This space with Ben Purdy, who is not there, who's an interactive developer, and here's my little studio space. Time travel. Ben and I share the space. We work independently from each other, but we collaborate a bunch of the time, and we literally moved in here like a week ago, so it's very fresh. And by fresh, I mean clean. This is not the normal desk cleanliness scenario. Usually there's just stuff everywhere working on things. So like I said, we just moved in. There's no art on the walls, but I have a lot of prints that are in this flat file with this little shipping desk set up. Two of those prints are these, which are screen prints I made of abstracted 8-bit Mario and Link sprites. Anyway, I gotta get to work on this thing. We found out a lot about this yesterday. Actually, I should show you desk things, because people love desk things. So this was actually the first thing I modeled in 3D, and I just kind of keep it on my desk, and it makes noises. Oh god. Also, I use this motorized standing desk from IKEA. The best part is, look at the cord management. It's so good. Alright, I'm going to take a break from Snapchat and focus in on this Carl Lane situation and getting some more of this sign fleshed out. So aside from the Adobe Snapchat takeover, I might actually jump on Twitch as well, which is just Craig Winslow, which is all of my social stuff, makes it easy.
Stars shining bright above you.
Apparently I like beer. Alright, let's get to work here. This is a bunch of high-res images that I stitched together, and it is this lower part in the sign. So this is a great shot to see, actually. This is where I'm going to be projecting from, and this is the entire sign, so you can sort of see this left side is what I need to focus on. So, I don't know if I'm going crazy, but are those feet? These are feet. There's a woman in here. I could totally be going crazy, but look. Feet. Knee up here. Alright, I'm gonna abandon this idea because there's no way that I can pull anything resembling there, but I swear there's something in there. Back to work! So I took the Carl, the A from the Carl, and check this out. Oh, see it? Alright, so I found Carl Lane and Sons in there. I gotta figure out an ampersand. I went to Google it, and look what shows up. A lady! I know, right? I'm going crazy. But, look at this. Circa 1930. I opened it up. 1930, and it kind of looks like my name Craig's on there. Seriously, though. What if it was? You know, there's like these little blips here. There's little things here. Oh, that might be my ampersand. Alright, so following the architecture of all these other letters, the ampersand should be a little top bit here, and this is the worst ampersand I've ever seen. Gotta spend some time with it. I know something's in there, it's gotta be. Or, it's a lady's hands, or something. Alright, so after looking at another photo, I think I might have it. Huh? So the trickiest part about this is there are clearly multiple signs painted over itself, multiple ampersands even. Carl Lane was not pleased. Right, so we got the Astoria sign, we got our Carl Lane, and we got the Astoria harness and top shop. Yeah, I think the rest should be pretty good. I am clearly the last one here, so I'm going to call it a night, but that was great. Alright, I'm calling it a night. I have plenty of work to do tomorrow, including some animation, which is going to be cool, and I'll tell you more history about this building, and thanks for tuning in. So, we just wrapped up XOXO Outpost Show and Tell, which happens every Friday. People just share what they've been working on and update people on their progress. I shared this that you guys have already seen, but the whole progress of Astoria and the sign, and I made a lot of progress today. I didn't really snap much. It's part of that whole multitasking thing. It's kind of hard to make a significant amount of progress without focusing on it full time. But I'll show you what I got. So, progress. We got this sign, but we also have this sign. I stitched together all this stuff, and I have more vectors. Start with this right side. Obviously, we have the Astoria Sign Co. We have our Carl Lane, which I added a bunch to the bottom. I got a little weird last night with this ampersand. Oh, piano. Oh my. Piano push play is actually pretty sweet. They take old pianos, they're based here in Portland, and they distribute them to the public on the street and to people who want them. Anyway, back to this guy. I'm just going to turn this on and off just so you can sort of see the difference here, but there's a lot of text at the bottom here, including the address, which changed to 904 Commercial Street. Alright, so moving along, we have this side, which is a lot more tricky because there's not much to go on. That's really rough. I'd also note at this point that this is happening tomorrow in Astoria, Oregon, so I need to animate tonight. A lot of work. Also, fun fact, I'm horrible at context. Backing up, I'm Craig Winslow, and I'm going to be projecting these all around the country on old ghost signs. Process pretty much thus far has been staring at it until my eyes bleed out of my face and just sketch and try and find stuff, like 47. That, and I've been doing a ton of research. When I went to Astoria on Wednesday, I started the Snapchat thing, and I felt like a detective. It was awesome. So, the 47 hens, turns out, is Athens grocery. AT situation still has some work to do, and these little squiggles aren't perfect, but it definitely says Athens, that's for sure. So next, I turned off Athens and focused on the other bit, and I used Athens to actually dim the white so I could see it better. This yellow bit clearly doesn't make sense to just be ink and shoes, so it's this whole spread here which I need to finish. But my biggest concern, and the coolest thing here is this giant medallion, which I have no idea what it is. However, I got a lead. Best solution is to step away from the computer and to another one. Sketching, I realized there's not just type in here. You notice as I drag the transparency back and forth, there's not much to go on, but I think this is a cup of coffee, which is a huge, huge... I also have an OR over here, and what looks like a W, so I'm going to work a little bit on here, and then I can actually search and see if I can find what brand this is. Logistics news, everyone loves logistics. I called the guy who owns this building, so I'll be projecting from his deck. I just wanted to make sure, and he's going to come too, he's stoked. Fungistics? Looks like fungi sticks. Fungi sticks? That's awful. Quick update before I call it a night. It is 3 a.m. I stayed up way too late, but I fell down a rabbit hole and found way more in the sign than I thought there even was. So as it turns out, Athens actually has these letters over them that say Ryman Judge Ink Blister Brown Shoes. Pretty rough what I'm working with, but I totally forgot about the color selection isolation tool in Photoshop, and I was able to pretty much get some of these things fixed. The other thing that helped, there are two Ryman Shoes ads in here. They're actually layered over each other, so they pair like this, but the yellows are slightly different. Also, I was pretty sure I was onto something with this, but couldn't find anything online and could have sworn there was something cool with coffee. However, there is something. When I isolated this sign, I noticed there's a bunch of spikes around this mystery circle. So I put a bunch of them into this, and I want to see an old historical photo of this so bad. I have no idea what it is, but there's a lot in here. Alright, so 3:15, talk about scope. I haven't animated anything yet. This is tomorrow, so what happens, I will stay up all night if I'm on a roll with something, but I'm doing a really cool sign painting workshop tomorrow that I'm going to bring you guys to, so I'm going to try and get some sleep so I don't burn myself out for the next 24 hours and focus on Carl Lane after the workshop. Last one here again. Late nights. Thanks again for following along. I hope this has been interesting. So tomorrow is the last day I'm taking over Adobe Snapchat. We're going to start with a hand painting sign workshop downtown, and then I'm driving to Astoria to projection map this sign. Let's finish strong.
As the right tool for the job, it makes a single line, and that's what it does. If you are using, a calligraphy nib,
Typical.
maybe you just want a nice sharp angle. If you're doing something like that, you're also sort of twisting your, and that makes it a little better. You can, as you get more and more comfortable with materials, you could try to start back here.
Gonna be good. So that was super fun. Just did a sign painting class with BT Livermore, who is moving to Butte, Montana, which has a ton of ghost signs, so I'll definitely check that out this year. My finished sign, Light Capsules, which is the name of my residency project this year. Also, this building looks super awesome. Hello everyone, I made it to Astoria, Oregon, and here's where I'm staying tonight. Hotel Elliott, which is actually built in 1924, the same as my building. It's got a nice little sign up there. To it now, but I just made the greatest discovery. My donut from this morning that I forgot I had. So my next step is animating these very subtly, but I needed to make this just a little promo to share. Tell people to come see this thing. Signs on their own layer, and I have to export it with create PDF compatible file. Oh, my screen's so dirty. Fun fact though, this is the default setting, but if you save it with that disabled, your file sizes are going to be drastically smaller, and they're going to save really, really fast. In After Effects, you want to import your file as composition or retain layer sizes depending on what type of thing you are doing. If you retain layer size, it's going to individually make all of your layers to whatever the shape of the object is, which is super helpful. Then from there, you basically animate. I'm going to do some pretty simple stuff because I have like 2.5 hours left, and yeah, that's that. It is 6:30. I have this sort of rough version which can loop if I wanted to just like dazzle and have a bunch of signs going on. Now I'm going to do something a little more detailed. Alright, this is looking pretty good. It runs kind of slow, but that's because I can speed it up. However, I just hit a little bit of a snag. I realized that I forgot to bring an HDMI dongle, which means I only have one projector because I don't have something to connect into my Thunderbolt. What this means is this sign is huge, so I need multiple projectors to have good coverage, and I'm trying to track down another dongle so I can get full coverage. The worst part is I have so many dongles. My studio mate Ben Purdy and I have this joke. We have a dongle flower, and there's just dongles just out. I thought that was part of the tour of the studio, but I might have forgotten it. Anyway, yeah, if I can't track one down, then I'll just have to come back. So it's 7:42. Oh, you can't really see much there, can you? Yeah. 7:42. Sun's coming down, but I'm adding some more infographics. So I'm waiting for this to export. The sun is almost setting, and I might have found a dongle. One friend I have here might have found one for me.
Just want to start a flame in your heart.
Got it. Back in business. Should be pretty fun. Looking forward to it. Pretty good. This is not a bad situation. That bridge is huge. Sun's coming down. I'm going to set up over there, and that's Washington State.
And that one is you. No other will.
Sun is still setting. It's 9 o'clock. Hopefully I can get this going. Nice little private Zen garden I got back here. Generator, and waiting for it to be beautiful sunset. This is just shining bright white. You can sort of start to see it. See the medallion? Hello everyone! Sorry the generator is really loud, but we have better coverage. I moved the projectors a lot farther back, and now I just have to use test pattern to focus the projector. Here it is. The sign lives. Got a crowd.
Before they're destroyed.
Yeah.
Like I said, we just had one destroyed the other day, and
Oh.
it'd be really cool if you could come back and kind of do a presentation.
Oh, definitely. I'd love.
Liberty Grill.
Oh, so these are all in town? Like other spots? Carl Lane.
Oh, ladder.
So excited. This came out so good. There we go. We got a little crowd. It's pretty exciting just to talk to people. There's some people that are in the history realm here that know. It's living. Carl. Buddy Carl. Carl's back to life. Carl again. I need to charge it. But yeah, it's really awesome. This little area here, people have just been crowding around. Fortunately, I didn't have the coverage for the signs down there. Really kind of bummed. But there's a lot more history. I've been talking with a bunch of history people tonight, and there's more to find. On my phone, but here's some little behind the scenes of how this is working. This is Map Mapper, and it's basically mapping out. Here's like the source video, and then here's the out. Hello again, Snapchat friends. Sorry I haven't been snapping too much about the sign and the installation, but there's been a lot of people walking by, so I've been talking with them, and yeah. Alright, I'll give you guys a little tour here. We got the Astoria Sign Company, obviously the one you can see. Got some history up there of who founded it and who bought it. We got the Athens Grocery there. We got the, let's see here, the Ryman Shoes. There's the Athens Grocery. And we also have our buddy Carl Lane. He's my favorite. He started this thing in his studios here in 1930 and 1942. Also, this one is quite a mystery to me. It's a circular medallion. I'm going to try and come back, do some more research with people I met tonight, and see what's... So unfortunately, I didn't have the coverage tonight to do this lower part where it says this Astoria Sign Co. and an arrow. This is where the shop was down there. And a little behind the scenes generator, which is a little loud right now, but my setup, projector 1 and projector 2 over here, and that's me. Hi. Here's how it looks approaching on the street too. It's kind of hard to miss. Oh. Alright, I'm getting some footage to document this thing, and then I'll probably call it a night. This has been amazing though. I've been talking to a ton of people walking by. Everybody, it's 12:30. I think I'm going to start to wrap up soon. I got a bunch of footage of it, so I'm going to share something, but it's been amazing sharing this experience with you the past 4 days. If you've enjoyed this, let's keep this thing going. I am at Craig Winslow at pretty much all the other internet websites, and I'm going to be sharing process this whole year. Hello everyone, I'm Craig Winslow. I'm an experiential designer and one of Adobe's creative residents this year. From now until Saturday, I'm taking